Hey, it's Emmy, and welcome back to this Cozy Adventure series, where today we are going to work on building this cozy little building for our enchantment setup. I mean, honestly, it's probably not the most pressing need of ours, but I thought it would be kind of a fun little build to do and be a little bit convenient. And excuse me, every time I do an intro, I swear these guys, why are you sniffing my hair? Ah, but anyway, that's the plan for today. They've completely thrown me off my game. But yeah, I mean, if you guys are going to be rude and interrupt, let's see what you have. Thermal calcite, no idea what that is. Spanish moss, don't want that. Lavender, orange dye, horn coral block, blue ice. Well, I don't know if that's something that we want or not, but I guess we'll go ahead and buy it, I suppose. All right, and we will get our valuable backpack and take a look, and that is embarrassing. Those aren't valuables. I don't know why I am the way that I am. All right, well, in that case, tell you what, you guys, if you don't mind, just hang out here. Feel free to, go in and take a look around if you want, and I'm going to go see if we have got any emeralds back at the homestead. We should. But I don't always know where I put things, so we will see what we can do. All right, well, there's one anyway. I'm sure we've got to have more somewhere. Nope, 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 nope. Well, okay, that didn't go well. But I swear we did have more at one point, and I do remember that we did pick up an ender chest on one of our recent adventures. However, I maybe kind of sort of don't remember where I put said ender chest. However, I do know that there is an ender chest in this tower across the way here, and we're going to need some supplies from there anyway to decorate our enchantment setup. So we might as well run over there now, and we can go grab the ender chest in the top of the tower and see if maybe, possibly, we stuck our supply of emeralds in the ender chest. Usually I'm so good about organizing, but I am really slacking for some reason. Maybe we should have been working on a storage room instead. Oh well. Alright, let's take a look in here and... Oh. Okay, apparently I stored nothing in there. Well, that's awkward. Okay, I do have silk touch on this pickaxe, so I guess we will just go ahead and grab this anyway since we are here. And we will grab a few other supplies that will come in handy for our enchantment setup. You know what? I bet you are wondering, Emmy, why are you going to all this trouble to look for emeralds when technically you only need one to buy that thermal calcite? And frankly, I'm wondering the same thing myself. I mean, I don't even know what the thermal calcite does, if anything. But I guess, yeah, this is who I am. I sidetrack. I get fixated on something. I know I've got more emeralds somewhere, and I really want to know where they are, whether I need them or not. So I did remember that we do have some backpacks that are stored in some of the barrels at home. I don't even know if the Wandering Trader is still there, but now I have to find the emeralds. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to drag you into this little world of mine. But let's just go look real quick. Where are the backpacks? Oh, I hate being this disorganized. All right, yellow backpack. Wow, that's a hot mess. There's some interesting stuff, but no emeralds. All right, let's try the green backpack next. And oh, there's actually some halfway decent stuff hiding in here, including our 4 emeralds and a block of emeralds and diamonds. Ooh, not gonna lie, I thought I had more than that, but you know, Mittens, at least we found some. I think we can rest easy. And actually, speaking of resting, let's go ahead and take a nap so we can get back to some daylight. All right, the OCD has been satisfied. Back to the trader we go, and back to our mystery item that we don't even know what it is and we'll probably never use, but we bought it anyway. Thank you. All right, let's look at this. I think I got ripped off. All right, my friends, I'm so sorry. Let's get things back on track and let's start talking about our enchanting cottage. Now, I was thinking about the color palette, and I think what I'd like to do for this build is I would like to kind of draw upon some of the colors that we have been using throughout the base. And in particular, I was thinking about the colors used in the windmill with all those beautiful natural browns and tans and whites. And then, of course, you know I love me some mangrove wood, so I think we should also work on combining some of the reds that have been using in not just the house, but also the barn, and tie those into the build as well. And as usual, we are going to need to gather a few supplies, but nothing too bad. A little bit of diorite, a little bit of spruce, and a splash of mangrove wood. So I did get a little bit of inspiration for this design while browsing the Planet Minecraft forums, and I will throw a picture up on the screen now so you can see it. Definitely not going to copy it exactly, but I really like some of the design elements of the layout of this house, so we are going to definitely take a lot of inspiration from it. All right, let's go ahead and grab some mangrove propagules because we do need a little bit of mangrove wood. And I'm going to share with you a really cool trick that somebody on the Discord server named Gildenword taught me. If you're not a member of the Discord, you really need to join it because there's some really awesome people. You'll make some really nice friends on there with some really good advice. And this is one of those bits of advice that is invaluable, especially if you like using mangrove wood and you know what a pain in the backside it is to chop those trees down. Even with the tree harvester mod, I mean, it makes it easier, but still, you are going to love this trick. Trust me. All right, so the whole gist of what we are going to do here is we are going to plant a bunch of the mangrove propagules together. I believe it was suggested between 4 to 6 of them. And bone meal them so that the trees all grow together in a bunch. We just have to find all of the little propagules already. I believe that is all of them. So, oh, that actually looks really cool. Let's run back here real quick and take a look at what we have created. Dude, that is actually really neat. I mean, all the roots down there are a little unsightly, but dang, I mean, you could actually clean that up and have a pretty nice bit of landscaping with that. But let's see how it is as far as chopping it down. You know what? I think I will not even use the tree harvester mod. Let's do it the old-fashioned way and see if it is actually considerably easier than chopping them down one at a time. Now, I am a fan of starting at the top of the trees and working my way down. So that is exactly what we're going to do. Kind of curious to know do other people do it that way? I never really paid attention to what everybody else is doing, to be honest. But I just think it's easier to kind of work down and, work on the branches as you are moving out, because that way you've got all the leaves to still stand on. So we will see if this... I'm curious to see how much wood we end up with at the end of this as well. Wow. Okay, honestly, this has ended up being a bit of a game changer. It takes so long to harvest mangrove wood if you're doing one tree at a time, but planting them all together like this, like completely consolidates all of those logs together. It makes it so much faster. And we ended up with like a stack and a half of mangrove wood. Wow. All right. Well, that is the only way that I'm going to harvest mangrove from this day forward. Hopefully I remember this method anyway. All right, one thing I do like to do when I am done with the mangrove tree chopping downing is to take all those bits and pieces and throw them into a composter. I never use the roots or the carpet, so I figure why not make some bone meal out of them. So that is what we are going to do real quick. And then we will get on our merry little way. Alrighty, well, now that we have our mangrove wood, I know we still need some spruce wood, and I know we've got some spruce trees, you know, right over by the base here, but they're, I don't know, I'm silly. They're cute. I don't want to chop them down. I know there's some further out this way. So honestly, I'm not worried about the spruce. That's easy enough to get. See, they're all over the place. But I did want to check out a little something I noticed as I was running through the other day when we were going to look for the lush cave, and that was there was a little split in the ground, or a hole in the ground, where there was actually a structure inside of it. And is this? Ah, yes, this is the one. Now, I did notice that there were some wolves down here, and I feel like in our first few days in this world, we ran across a similar structure, and I know there was something bad inside of it. I'm not sure what. It could be a witch. It could be just something else trying to kill us. But whatever it is, I think we need to prepare ourselves for a little bit of battle. I mean, worst case scenario, even if we die, at least we're close to home. I don't think we will suffer too great of a loss, except maybe the loss of life. And levels. I really don't want to lose our levels. But let's just check it out. We'll see how bad we think it is. And then I figured we could run off and collect ourselves that diorite that we need from down here. So all in all, I'm sure everything will work out just fine. I mean, we do have a bed. We could set a spawn point somewhere. But for now, I think I will just use the bed to dig out one of these blocks and get a water stream going down. And that will be our mode of transportation to get to this lovely little structure. I don't see anybody peeking out at us. You know, I do have a few bones. Who's a good boy? Oh, you're a good boy. And you? Come on, buddy. Oh. All right, well, I'll try to get some more bones and come back for you. And you, I will come back for you as well. Just hold tight, guys. Let me see what's going on first. Hello? Is anybody home? I hear nothing. Oh, I hope I don't regret this. Just gonna take a little peek. Good grief, this place is a hot mess with all these cobwebs. There's nobody even up here. All right, well, I guess that's a good thing. All right, what do we have? Oh, they're actually paintings. You know what? I swear I don't even know half of what I've added to this entire mod pack on here, but good for me. I'm glad to have something unique like that. And, you know, we might get a couple extra things in here, so we'll see. Oh, sure. Now there's emeralds. All right, there's nothing too much we need in there. Hey, baby. We've got to get you guys rescued. It's so dark and lonely and dismal down here. But we'll come back for you. But for now, we've really got to get... Whoa. We've got to get on task and get our diorite. You know what? I do have a brightness mod. Let's flip the switch. That's better. All right. Let's clear a little bit of our inventory space here because, you know, I really want to go down there. You know, we have to just go see. You know, it'd be too easy to grab the diorite right up here. Plus, actually, I think we should grab ourselves some deep slate because we'll probably end up using that for the roofing material. And in all honesty, I kind of want to see if we can grab some diamonds while we're down there. So, you know, nothing too outrageous. We'll keep on task. Ouch. I mean, come on. Would I ever lose focus and diamonds and get sidetracked? No, not me. Call me crazy, but I love using netherrack or moss blocks for bridging purposes or roughing outlines of buildings because it's just, they're so easy to break and very easy to get. Well, I mean, it's kind of gross to have to get netherrack, but I digress. All right, let's grab the diamonds and then we will truly work on getting our supplies. I mean, it's just, I'm not going to not get these diamonds. Of course I'm going to get these diamonds. They're right here. They are begging. Woo, that's a good little supply. They are begging to be gotten. And see, I can get the deep slate as well. And you are crazy if you think I am going to pass up getting some of this easy to get iron. I know we've got plenty. Honestly, we've got more than enough. But I mean, it's right here. It would be irresponsible of me not to grab it. And this too. All right, I just find these underground blue mushroom biomes. I don't know what to call it. They're so magical looking. I really like them. That's an interesting structure. Oh, and we all know all these cobwebs. That is not a sign of good things to come. But I think we'll just tiptoe our way around and hope that we don't get any creepy crawlies on us. But that was so weird on the floor. All that, I guess it's spider webbing. It's weird. You can't pick it up. All right. Ooh, diamonds. All right, I'll be there in a minute. Let me just cautiously see what we've got over here. All right, let's see. No, just the one, but not gonna complain either. So I guess this is just like a very, 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 very spidery mine shaft. I do always kind of like to pick up the tracks from these things because, I don't know. In my mind, I always want to do like a fun little rail system in the world. So we're right here. We might as well grab them. I've got backpacks and everything that we can put them in. But oh, how weird! The webbing on the floor slows down. Ooh, there's a skeleton shooting at us. Oh, okay. The webbing slows us down. We can't walk as fast. So just falling in a hole. But all right, I'm not prepared for skeletons. So let's. Hold on, let's have a little safety pocket over here, and then we will face them head on. But let's get a shield. I don't even have a shield with me. You know, I recognize that I'm the worst in knowing manual crafting recipes, but I recently realized that I remembered this one, so I'm always really proud when there's another crafting recipe that I know off the top of my head. So I know, probably seems really stupid to you guys, but it's a win for me. Oh, there's two of them. All right, let's see if we can line it up so one shoots the other, maybe? Come on. Come on, let's fight amongst ourselves. Is there another one way up there? No, it was a bat. Okay. Ah, I can't get behind him. All right, I might just have to take matters into my own hands here. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, you guys work out your issues, and I'm just gonna kind of look up here and see. Ooh, protection 3. Heck yes. All right, this is great. Wait a second. Are they both dead? How is that even possible? Ooh, a disc. Let's what do we got? We've got spooky skeleton. All right. We've really got to get a jukebox set up. Oh my gosh, more skeletons. Are you kidding me? Oh, this is like being on soul sand. It's so slow. Oh, this is super frustrating. Thank goodness for the shield. All right, there we go. I don't think I'm going to stick around for this one. We got too much stuff to do, and there's nothing that we need in here. So let's just, yep, already been there. Oh, dang it. No. Although I would like to see if there's a spawner room. All right, there's definitely something coming from somewhere over here. Oh, it's always ominous thunder. Ooh, I found it. I found it. I found it. All right. All right, let me just clear this guy and we'll throw... Oh, dang, man. All right, we'll throw some torches up. Hold on. All right. Oh, dang it. That stung. I just, Oh, there's one behind me, too. No. Dang, man. This is like... Oh, my gosh. All right. I'm like the meat in a skeleton sandwich right now. I think I'm getting hit from both sides. All right. Let's get it. I don't even know if this is worth it. Is this worth it? I don't think this is worth it. But I'm stubborn. It's kind of like the emeralds. Oh, I thought that little guy got shot for a second. All right, you... Oops. You must pay. Oh my gosh, they just keep coming. I mean, I've got a torch. We've got one torch. I'll spam torches, but they are still... I don't understand why. Since when do torches not stop spawning? All right, well, you know what? They just kind of keep coming, and this is a little bit more than what I signed up for, so I think I'm just going to excuse myself. I've got, you know, a few other things to attend to, so thank you so much for inviting me over, fellas. I'm gonna just show myself out. All right, well, you know, always a good time when we go out and, explore. Oh, there we go. That's more like it. I mean, could we have just come to the diorite spot in the first place and skipped all of that? Yes, but come on, you guys, what fun would that be? We have to go find a little bit of trouble to get into every now and then. So, all right, well, we are going to go ahead and we will collect all of this. And then I think for the most part, we should pretty much have everything that we need for our, I don't even know what to call it anymore, Enchanting Cottage. Enchantment Cottage? The Cottage de la Enchantment? I don't know. Call it whichever one you like, but you know what I mean. That building where we enchant things. That's the one. All right, well, we have managed to successfully find our way out of there. We've got our diorite, and actually, we've got a bunch of extra bones now, so perhaps we can tame our little friendly pup over here. Oh, come on, buddy. I really want to rescue you from here. Oh, 3 more. Come on, please. It's for your own good. I promise I'll be good to you. Oh. All right. You know what? I'm going to come back. I will rescue you guys. I promise you. I will. I know I say that all the time. Actually, speaking of which, remind me to, oh, I don't need to do that. Remind me to, bring that up again, because I did actually previously promise something else that I would go back and rescue it, and I did not, and I am going to do it, and it will live happily ever after in our little Enchanting Enchantment Enchanter Cottage. I know, I make everything so much more difficult than it needs to be. Just trust me. I promise I'll do what is right. I'll do what needs to be done. All right, come on, buddy. And yeah, we're gonna need a name. Okay, I do want to actually put a few of our supplies away. I know we are not well organized, but there is a tiny bit of method to our madness, so I can at least put some things away. I keep talking about how I want a jukebox up here, and I do because I want to listen to all these new discs, but then I also have to worry about whether or not I will get a copyright strike from the music, so I'll have to kind of look into that. But if I can, I will play you the different sorts of discs that we have collected throughout the world at some point. Might as well throw one of our... Oh, that's so cute! One of our new paintings up. Oh, these are really fun. What really wants me to have that horse picture. All right, that's good for now. All right, how about one? Whoa, that's very, very large. That's better. Another duplicate. All right, that works for now. It gets them out of my inventory. I'm sure we'll rearrange that a little bit better later, but it's cute for now. All right, the next thing I want to do is run over to our special little workbench here, because I want to make some of the variants for the diorite. I figure probably 2, more likely 3 different block variants. With a little bit of contrast, maybe one that shows up a little darker or smoother, one that's got a little bit of texture to it, maybe something a little bit lighter. We'll figure it out. So the next thing we need to do is to clear an area so that we can put our build in it. And I figured right here next to the greenhouse would be absolutely perfect, because it will kind of continue to frame our little base in. And it's also close enough to home that it won't be a big hassle to have to run back and forth as needed. And the other benefit is this area is pretty much straightforward. There might be just a couple of little spots to fill in, but for the most part, it is good to go. Alrighty then, the only thing left to do is to actually build our Cottage of Enchantment. And that is what we are going to do. Dang it! No, wrong button, wrong button! So the first order of business is to just kind of lay out the basic outline. Maybe not that way, not that direction. We're gonna do some wooden pillars, but using barrels at the base of it. So there's gonna be, let's see, we can probably just kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. And then another one right there. So the front door is going to be right here. And then we are going to, no, we are going to put another barrel right there with a little 3-block wide little wall there. Then we shall come over. Oh, I hope I'm not getting this too close to the edge. We might have to terraform around this a little bit. I think we need to do another barrel right there. And another 1, 2, 3. Whoop. All right, and then we'll do 1, 2, 3 like that. Right on. All right, so all I'm trying to do now is just to kind of make a mirror copy of the layout of the blocks on the opposite side over there. Just like that. Now, part of what I liked about this build so much that I thought was kind of different was because it had 3 pillars coming out this way. I just thought it looked really cool. All right, and that yeah, that's it. That is the basic outline of it. So from here, it's really just kind of a matter of filling in the outline, following the pattern that we have laid down. It's going to end up being 5 tall on this white section. That gives us room for a step up, and then room for a door, and then of course room for the wall above the door. Alrighty, and this is how it is shaping up. Between you and me, in this white diorite section, it's actually supposed to be 5 tall, but I don't catch on to that until later. But eventually, I will figure it out. So with the diorite walls pretty much done, I'm going to move on to the pillars next. And the way this is going to lay out is that on top of each of those barrels is where the wood pillars will go. So I'm going to start with some of the spruce wood that will end up getting stripped. And then we're also going to use some of the mangrove logs to break that up a little bit. Now, I love the texture of the mangrove logs as they are, so we are not going to strip those. But I think that'll give just a really nice contrast in between. So we're going to go around and continue to build up the pillars on top of the wooden barrels. Ouch, my ankles. Yep, need one more layer of diorite. We still need to get some stairs put in here, obviously. And we'll be getting some flooring put in here. And I was debating whether or not to fill these sections in. I thought we could actually put some barrels or something in here for storage, but I kind of think for the time being, just to make it easier to put the rest of everything together, I kind of think we should, go ahead and fill this in. It just gives me less opportunities to fall down is really what this amounts to. Okay, well, we can always take anything out if we need to later on, but I think this should do the trick. Perfect. By the way, in case you were wondering, no, I did not forget the fact that I was missing one layer of diorite on the bottom layered walls. I did finally recognize the error of my ways for the first story, and I did eventually, finally, correct it. Well, wouldn't you know it, it just wouldn't be a proper Minecraft build without a little bit of rain to set the mood. That's okay, I'm actually finding it kind of cozy. So this next floor is going to be the red mangrove floor. And if I may be so bold as to offer you a little bit of friendly advice, if you're going to use stripped wood, don't be like me. It was a real pain because I didn't strip it ahead of time, so I laid it all down first and then struggled to be able to reach to strip the wood. I totally meant to do that. So yeah, I highly recommend taking the time to do it before you start building. So the next step is pretty much easy peasy beautiful. We are just going to add a row of stripped spruce on top of the mangrove wall. And we will follow this along each of the mangrove walls that we are going to add to this second story. Now once those 3 walls are in place, we're going to go ahead and lay down our spruce flooring. I'm going to leave a little opening down at this one end because there will be a ladder that will lead us up to this second story. And please note that the end of this is going to be wide open. Why is this? Because this is actually going to be the right side of the building that is going to have a smaller slanted roof. I promise it will all make sense in just a moment. We will work our way there. But first, if you check your pocket, you will see that you have a ticket that allows you to board the struggle bus with me, because if you know me at all, you know I struggle greatly with roofs. And the original build on this design had a very short roof that would have been very easy for me to just copy. But no, I have to punish myself and try to be a little extra. So I did work on trying to form a little taller peak of a roof that I thought fit in just a little bit better with the vibe I was going for. All right, and keeping it real, there's nothing pretty about the way I work, but you get to see it au naturel. I just tried to kind of outline what I thought was going to work and then kind of fill in the blanks in between to see if it all kind of fit together. So yeah, I don't know. I tell myself that someday it will get easier. I don't know if it really will, but you know, if it gets the job done, what matters? I mean, we're all friends here, right? You're not going to judge me, right? So finally, once I actually kind of felt like I had something that resembled a halfway decent upper story and roof, it was time to move on to our cute little outdoor awning section, where I'm thinking we could either just have easy access to some of the things like enchanted books or items that we might regularly want to grab, or who knows, maybe we can put a little villager down here. I figure once everything's said and done and we get the interior set up, all the other pieces normally fall into place, so we will figure it out when we get to it. And yes, the barrels are in fact going to trigger my OCD later. Don't worry, I will fix it. Now that we have finished all of the basics that go along with the walls, it's time to figure out what we're doing for the flooring on the interior. So I decided to do a little bit of a funky pattern with the stripped spruce logs, and actually really like it. I think it's kind of fun. But there's one more thing that I told you earlier we were going to go do. I need to right a wrong with a promise that I made. And not that I broke it, but I just didn't get to it as fast as I probably should have. So we are going to go and retrieve a little something that I promised I would go back for. And it is going to require a lead, and no, it is not a horse. Hopefully I've remembered the correct location. Thank goodness for the waystones. That certainly does make the travel process much easier. Now, it was definitely in the desert. I'm assuming it is the desert village here. So let's hop on in there and see if we can find who it is that we said we would come back for. I really hope he's still there. Oh, he is! Hey, wait a second. Didn't I put you in a boat? I did, because there's the boat. Well, good thing we came back for you, little friend. Such a ominous name of Mauler. But he's so cute. I just absolutely love him, and I feel like he's got a a very special place in the Enchanting Enchanter Cottage, whatever we're going to call it. But it just seems appropriate. So definitely going to have to think of a cute little name. At one point I did actually research to see what these guys do. I don't really remember exactly, but I know it has something to do with consuming XP, and I think you can retrieve it later in bottles or something along those lines. And oh, I didn't even think I know that was out there. In reality, we're probably never going to use the little fella for his intended purpose. Or is it her intended purpose? Actually, I don't know. We'll have to see what the personality tells us. But anyway, I just wanted them to have a nice home, and I think would be a really cute addition to our little cottage. All right, we made it safe and sound. You know, the more I think about it, the more I think it should be a little she. The name like Mauler, that we are going to write that wrong also. But I think she's kind of pretty. I'm not sure if she can get out of a fence or anything like that, so I think for right now, I'm just going to put her lead, oops, that is a gate, on one of the fence posts out here, so she can keep an eye from this little fenced area. And one more thing that I think we need to retrieve that I think all of us probably forgot about by now. But luckily, this little beauty has reminded me, so let's go grab our one more little friend to bring over here. And you know what I think we should name the Mauler, by the way? I think the little girl should have a fitting, beautiful name like Priscilla. That is what her name shall be. And hopefully I remember how to do this. I think we throw this on the ground. And come on, do it. Yes, there is our allay. That's a pretty cool trick. I like that. That is one of the mods I added. I don't remember what it's called, but you know, I'm sure it's listed in the Discord. And we'll find a little bit better way to integrate everybody. But for now, they can hang out outside and get to know one another. Aw, Priscilla, you're so cute. All right, it has been a very, 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 very busy day. So what do you say we take ourselves a little nap, get ourselves some daylight, and take a look at everything that we have accomplished today. All right, first, let's just get the overall picture of what it is we have made. And I think it turned out incredibly cute. I'm super, super happy with it. All right, so let me just walk you through really quick some of the details that we have put now on the outside of the build. Of course, we did a little fancy schmancy stuff on the mangrove section and kind of framed it in with a little circular pattern. I think that's kind of cool. Then if you come over to the side, you will see all of the, dang it, I missed a trapdoor up top. You'll see all of the decorations with the lanterns and the little archways. And then the doorway was really kind of troubling me. It was very flat and white. So I put a little entryway in there. It's not a lot, but I think it's enough to just kind of break it up a little bit. So we're gonna go with that and call it good. Now if we take a look inside, really the only thing I've done was added the enchantment area. And hey, you know, what can I say? It serves its intended purpose. Then if you will come with me right over this way, we have got the ladder access up to the second story, which all I've done is thrown a couple of beds up here, kind of toying with the idea of getting a couple of villagers in here for some decent trades. I don't know. I have lots of ideas. Doesn't mean that's what we're going to do, but it's a possibility. And then finally on the top floor, once again, not really any intended purpose quite yet. Makes a cute little lookout room, but we'll find something to do. Maybe some storage, or at the very least, we will decorate it. So I'm super happy with the work that we did here today. It turned out really amazing. And I hope... Where's Priscilla? Priscilla! What the heck? Why is your lead underground? Oh man, I hope this isn't one of those bugs where things despawn. I don't want you to suffocate! Priscilla, where are you? I'm sorry. I don't know what I should... Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hit you. Girl, come on now. Apparently the little princess has a bit of an attitude. Ouch.